Last episode, we installed Copilot CLI and scaffold TaskFlow. Today, we learn how to actually talk to it. How does Copilot understand your codebase? How do you point it at the right files? How do you pick the right model? And most importantly, what makes a good prompt versus a bad one? By the end of this episode, you'll know how to have a productive conversation with Copilot. And we'll build the Task CRUD API to prove it. Here's the key concept. Your codebase might be thousands of files, but the AI model can only see a limited window at a time, the context window. Copilot automatically decides which files are relevant to your question and loads them into context. But you can also manually tell it exactly which files to look at. That's where references come in. When you ask Copilot a question, it scans your project structure and reads the files it thinks are relevant. That's the automatic path. But you can take control with references, explicitly telling Copilot to read a specific file. The key insight is balance. More relevant context makes answers better, but dumping irrelevant files wastes tokens and can actually make answers worse. The @ sign followed by a file path adds that file to Copilot's context. You can reference a single file like its server/src/index.ts, or an entire folder like its server/src/routes/, or config files like package.json. Copilot reads the file and uses it to give you a better answer. It's the single most useful feature you'll use every day. Copilot gives you access to over 25 AI models. Claude Sonnet 4.6 is the default, fast and great for everyday coding. Claude Opus 4.6 is the most powerful for complex problems. GPT 5.3 Codex is optimized for agentic coding tasks. Gemini 3 Pro handles long context and advanced reasoning. And Claude Haiku is the fastest and cheapest for simple questions. You can switch between them mid-conversation with /model. Here's what you'll be able to do by the end of this episode. Use references to give Copilot exactly the context it needs. Monitor your token usage with /context. Switch models to match the task. Apply 4 proven prompt patterns. And build the entire Task CRUD API for TaskFlow. Create, read, update, and delete tasks through a REST API. Let's open Copilot in our TaskFlow project from episode 1. I'm using the YOLO flag so we can focus on conversations, not permission prompts. Start simple. Ask Copilot about the project structure. Notice it automatically scans the file tree and gives us a summary. Client is the React frontend. Server is the Express backend. Each has its own package.json and TypeScript config. Copilot figured this out by reading the files on its own. Now let's use an reference. At server/src/index.ts, this tells Copilot to explicitly read that file before answering. The question is, what routes are registered here? Copilot reads the file and gives us a precise answer based on the actual code. No guessing. You can also reference an entire folder. At server/src/routes/, Copilot reads every file in that folder. Now it can tell us about all our endpoints. Right now, we just have the health check from episode 1. By the end of today, this folder will have a complete Task CRUD API. You can chain multiple references in one prompt. Here I'm asking about the connection between 2 files, the database module and the health route. Copilot reads both files and explains how they work together. This is incredibly powerful for understanding code you didn't write, or code you wrote last month and already forgot about. /context shows you what Copilot currently has in its context window. You can see the files loaded, the token count, and how much of the window is used. This is your dashboard. Check it when Copilot seems confused or when you want to understand why an answer was off. If the context is full of irrelevant files, start a fresh conversation. A few things to know about context. Token count tells you how full the window is. Files loaded shows what Copilot can see. But conversation history also takes up tokens. The longer you talk, the less room for code. If Copilot starts giving confused or repetitive answers, Start a fresh session. Fresh context means better answers. /model brings up the model picker. You can see all available models and switch with a single selection. I usually use Claude Sonnet for everyday coding. When I hit a really complex problem, I switch to the thinking model. And for quick questions, Haiku is the fastest. The key is matching the model to the task. Here's my mental model for choosing. Simple edits, adding a route, renaming variables. Use Haiku at 1/3 the cost. Everyday coding. Sonnet 4.6 is the default for a reason. Complex reasoning, debugging race conditions, designing architecture. Use Opus for the deepest analysis. Agentic tasks where Copilot works autonomously. GPT 5.3 Codex. And remember, you can switch mid-conversation. Match the model to the task, and you'll save both time and premium requests. Let's exit this session and move on to the deep dive on prompt patterns. We've seen how to add context and switch models. Now let's learn how to write prompts that actually work. The number one mistake is being vague. Fix the bug tells Copilot nothing. Which bug? Where? What's the expected behavior? Compare that to the post tasks route returns 500 when title is empty. Add validation. Now Copilot knows exactly what to fix, where to look, and what the solution looks like. Specific prompts get specific results. Vague prompts get vague code. Pattern 1. Reference then ask. Always include the @ reference for the file you're talking about. Don't make Copilot guess. At routes/tasks.ts. Add validation for empty title. Now Copilot reads that exact file, sees the current code, and makes a surgical edit. Without the reference, it might read the wrong file or guess at the structure. Pattern 2. Ask before implementing. Instead of build the CRUD API, first ask, how should we structure the task routes? Copilot explains its approach. You review the plan. If it makes sense, say go ahead and implement that. This two-step pattern, understand then implement, prevents Copilot from building something you didn't want. Let me show you this pattern in action. We'll open Copilot in TaskFlow and demonstrate the Ask First approach. Notice the prompt. Reference the routes folder and the database file, ask for a plan, and explicitly say don't implement yet. Copilot reads the existing code and proposes an architecture. Endpoints, database schema, error handling approach. Now I can review this before any code is written. The plan looks solid, so I tell Copilot to proceed. Now it writes the actual code with a clear understanding of the architecture. Database schema, routes, error handling, all matching the plan we just reviewed. This is so much better than a single build me a CRUD API prompt. Let's exit and look at the two remaining patterns. Pattern 3. Show the error. When something breaks, copy the entire error message into your prompt. Stack traces, line numbers, everything. Type error, cannot read properties of undefined, plus the stack trace. Copilot traces it back to the source and fixes the root cause. This is faster than debugging it yourself in most cases. Pattern 4. Constrain the output. Tell Copilot what not to do. Use sql.js, not better, SQLite 3. Don't modify the existing routes. Keep the function under 20 lines. Constraints are incredibly powerful. They prevent Copilot from over-engineering, changing things you didn't ask about, or picking a different library than the one you want. Be explicit about what's off-limits. Here's your cheat sheet. Reference then ask. Ask before implementing. Show the error. Constrain the output. These 4 patterns will handle 90% of your interactions with Copilot. Print this out. Tape it to your monitor. Now let's practice by building the Task CRUD API. Here's the API we're building. 4 endpoints covering all CRUD operations: create, read, update, delete. Get tasks returns all tasks. Post creates a new one. Put updates an existing task by ID. And delete removes one. All backed by SQLite through sql.js. Let's use our prompt patterns to build this step by step. Open Copilot in TaskFlow. We're starting from where episode 1 left off, the scaffold project with the health check endpoint. Pattern 1. Reference then ask. I'm pointing Copilot at the database file and giving it a specific schema. Notice the constraint at the end. Use sql.js, not better, SQLite 3. Copilot reads the existing database setup and adds the tasks table with exactly the columns we specified. Now the routes. I reference both the route file and the database file so Copilot understands the full picture. The prompt is very specific. All 4 endpoints, which fields are required, and the constraint don't modify existing files except tasks.ts. Copilot writes all 4 route handlers with proper status codes and error handling. Last step, wire the routes into the Express app. Reference the main server file, tell Copilot to register the task routes, and constrain it to not touch existing routes. 3 prompts, 3 precise changes, and our API is complete. Pattern 2. Ask before moving on. Let's have Copilot review its own work. Look at that. It found 2 minor issues we missed. The route perms aren't validated as numeric, so passing a string like ABC would silently return nan. And the description field has no type guard. This is exactly why self-review matters. Copilot catches the things you overlook when you're focused on getting things working. Now let's fix them. Reference the file, describe both issues, ask for the fix. Copilot adds numeric validation for the ID parameter and a type guard for description. 2 bugs caught and fixed in under a minute. This review then fix cycle is something you should do after every feature. Here's the final result. The tasks route file now has proper ID validation, returns 400 for non-numeric IDs. Type guards on all input fields. For CRUD endpoints, fully validated. 3 files, 1 complete API, built, reviewed, and fixed. Let's add tests. Reference the route file so Copilot knows the exact API contract, then describe every test case. Create a task, list tasks, update, delete. Copilot generates a complete test suite matching our endpoint signatures. Let's exit and commit our work. Git add, commit with a clear message. Our TaskFlow project now has a working REST API for tasks. That's real progress, from a scaffold project to a functional backend in 1 episode. Here's everything we accomplished. We learned at references, the most important tool for precise conversations. We used /context to monitor token usage and /model to switch between AI models. We covered 4 prompt patterns that will handle 90% of your interactions. Reference then ask. Ask before implementing, show the error, and constrain the output. And we built a complete Task CRUD API with tests, all using those patterns. Next episode, we're going to level up. Plan mode is how you tackle complex features. Design the entire architecture before writing a single line of code. We'll use it to add user authentication to TaskFlow. JWT tokens, login, registration, protected routes. See you in episode 3.